What's up, guys? It has been a long fall. Been running all over the country. Fished Gunnersville, didn't do very good there. Went up and fished St. Clair the weekend after. I didn't do very good there. Came back. We had our club tournament on Cave Run Lake. Didn't do very good there. Went down to Toledo Bend. Didn't really do very good there either. So I've had a string of bad luck, and I cannot be more excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a high of 40 degrees. Winds out of the north at 5 to 10 miles an hour. It's the first Friday, I guess, in November here in Kentucky. So to a lot of people, this is going to be a good weekend to go deer hunting. Not me. I'm hitting the water for the first time in a long time. I'm not going to be fishing a tournament, and that feels really good. But there's something I kind of want to go out and do tomorrow. In the morning, it's going to be about 23 degrees, so it's going to be cold. Maybe by about 2 or 3 o'clock, it'll warm up to 40 degrees. And I'm going to go out there and throw an A-rig. I'm going to take 3 rods, and they're all 3 going to have Picasso A-rigs on them. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're going to go out here and throw. And my whole point for tomorrow is I'm going to go try to catch a big one. They ought to have the feed bag on, and I'm going to take you out there, and we're going to go see if we can bust some fish on this thing, and I know we're going to. This is a Picasso bait ball. Awesome A-rigs. The components are amazing. These things put up with a lot of abuse. Now, when I'm fishing the lake that I'm fishing tomorrow, a lot of you guys know where I fish this time of year. It's not really a secret. But I fish Cedar Creek Lake, so it's full of standing timber, stumps. It's really a lot like a baby Lake Fork or a mini Toledo Bend. Real similar to those lakes, just on a really small scale. But what I do out there, and a lot of people struggle throwing Alabama rigs on that lake, and maybe even at Lake Fork and Toledo Bend too. But what I do is I throw weedless. I throw my swim baits weedless. So you know, you got that little belly weight on the hook. Mustad, Gamakatsu, Owner, they all make good hooks for this. But I just bury that a little bit in the skin of your swim baits, and then I always have a bigger one in the middle. I always like to go on a little bit bigger bait. And I use I think this hook's made by Gambler, and it's got a little willow leaf blade on the bottom of it, a little belly weight, and that's the ticket right there. That's it. I'm going to take a whole big bunch of them out there. Got all my swim baits ready to go. Put a little bit of JB's Baitfish sauce on there just to give them that extra good smell. They love that. And of course, throw them in your bait sack. Keep them tame somewhat, and you should be good to go. But we're gonna go out there and we're gonna sling this thing around through the trees and the stumps. Probably gonna be throwing it anywhere from 15 to 25 feet deep, and we're just gonna let it go to the bottom and slow roll it back and see what happens. Hopefully these fish are schooled up and they're smashing on big balls of shad that look just like that. So this is the rig that I like to throw out there. It's the Picasso original bait ball, and they make a lot of different kinds. This time of year too, you can throw the really big Alabama rigs. I know Picasso makes the ones called the Sweet 16, and I really like throwing that too. It just appeals so much better to the big fish when you get those real big balls of shad, and they're big shad. You know, they're the size of your hand. So that's what I like to throw right there. And we're gonna go out there bright and early tomorrow morning. It's gonna be freezing. Should be a good hard frost tonight, and that should bunch the fish up right where I want them. So we're gonna go out there and we're gonna hammer on them. Hey, good morning, guys. It's Sunday morning. I came out here Friday, and what a difference a day makes. No wind today. It's cloudy, overcast. I'm the only boat out here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Nothing. And for Cedar Creek Lake, that's pretty rare. So there was nobody at the dam. I didn't see anybody at the middle ramp. nobody out here. So I got the lake to myself this morning. It's 10-12 degrees warmer than it was on Friday, so with the cloud cover and wind died down, I wouldn't mind a little bit of wind, but we're gonna get started here this morning. This time of year I always like to start my morning out with a spinnerbait, just to see if there's anything active going on before I venture out and start throwing that Alabama rig. But I caught some up here Friday on a spinnerbait, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe that was a sign of some things to come. So I'm gonna go up here with the spinnerbait, see what we can do. Hopefully we can. I've caught some really big bass in here late fall through early spring on a spinnerbait, so I'm gonna go up here and fish some of my old honey holes and see if we can't pull big. Oh my God, there's two. Oh my God. Those two monsters. Oh my. All right. Let's let these two pretty fish go. You believe that? Same cast. Alabama rig, baby. Look how fat. Oh, is that not fun? Oh, that's awesome. Let's turn them loose. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Later. Thanks for playing. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Get in here. Look at that. Another nice one. Now what I did right there, I was working the A-rig back to the boat. It was getting a little bit too shallow, so I just mashed the button, feed it some more line. I could see them on I could see these bass on my screen. So you just feed them line, feed them line, feed them line, get it back down to the bottom. And that thing went down there and got it. It's got to be down next to the bottom. But I was marking them and you just feed it down. I'm jacked up. I'm having a day. Oh, big fat. Look how fat. GoPro, take a picture. Another nice one on the A-rig. Nice 5-pounder. I think I may have figured something out with that last one. I'm fishing a little bit too fast of a reel, I think. And, the A-rig's coming up too high in the water column. So whenever I work it back a little bit, I'll just pause, mash the button, and get it back down to the bottom. I think it's key that this thing is close to, or at least bumping bottom. Get it down there. These fish are kind of hanging right off the bottom, so got to get it down to them. Let's see if we can get another one. So like right here, just let the line go down. Like right there, I'm feeding it line. Pretty much down. Now we're just slow reel it back. Ooh. Let's go back down. Caught some really nice ones, had that big double. It was ridiculous. But again, like, I just want to go over this stuff. All I'm doing out here is I'm finding marks on my screen, and I'll put the screenshots on there. You just go along these deep edges and look for these fish. The colder these temperatures get as the winter goes on, the more bunched up these fish are going to get, and once they get to where they're staying for the winter, they're not moving. These fish will be here all winter, so you can pretty much come out here and hammer on them once you find them. You know, you got to find them, but once you find them, it's game on. because they will eat. But rig your A-rigs up weedless when you're fishing timber like this. Get on the straight edges, deep, you know, anywhere from 15 to 25 feet. Just depends on what kind of day it is. I mean, I was out here Friday. It was bright and sunny and windy, and it wasn't very good. I mean, I caught one here, I caught one there, but today we got cloud cover. It's a warmer day. I think, you know, it got up into the 50s today. You know, get out anytime you can find a good warm day right before, you know, 2 or 3 really cold days, and go on that warm day, especially if it's cloudy, and you'll find these bass. They'll be they gotta eat. They'll be out here eating shad all winter long. So, you know, get out there and do it. And this little deal I'm fishing today, you know, it's a 19-foot hump with deep water on either side of it, and those fish are just coming up there and pinning bait fish down as it comes up over that hump with the wind. So it's really all I'm doing, and they're just stacked up. Once you find them stacked up, you just slow roll that A-rig right down in front of their face, and they can't help it. They have to eat it. Nice Alabama rig fish right there. So what I'm doing is I'm throwing out, there's a little dip at about 26 feet. Throwing it out, letting it go to the bottom. And it goes from 26 feet up to about 19, flattens out, and then breaks off again to about 26 feet. There's just this ridge here with these trees on it, and I'll show you that on the Lowrance, what that looks like. What I'm doing is I'm letting that rig go all the way to the bottom and then slow rolling it up that incline to 19 feet, and they're nailed. Oh yeah. Oh. 17.5 inch fish, not bad. Let's get him back. Let's go get another one. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a big one. Be off the water by now, and I figured it'd be raining, but they keep getting bigger. That was 20 and a half. They're pretty fish. They keep getting bigger. Look at that fish. Oh, it feels heavy. Oh. It's over 20 today. Same spot. They're stacked. Nice solid fish. I don't even know what it is. Yeah. Another 17-incher. Fat fish. I hope y'all picked up something that you can use on the A-rig. Hopefully I've helped you out just learning a little bit about it. Most of my bites today came when the rig was close to the bottom, being slow rolled, or when it's making its way back up to the top. You know, when you get to the bottom of your retrieve and you start pulling that rig vertical, a lot of times they were hitting it then. It's been a pretty awesome day out here. I pretty much had the lake to myself, and I don't know, I caught 21, 22, something like that, along with some really nice fish. I had some big ones, 2 or 3 over 5. So my heart got jumping a little bit when I tangled those 2 up in those trees. I didn't think I was gonna, I thought that was a big one. I didn't think I was gonna get that one back, but I somehow avoided the rain. And I'm gonna get out of here before I can't say that anymore. Just getting on those deep drop-offs, you know, the drop-off I was fishing was from 19 feet, went down to 26, and it was just a ridge. It was an old railroad bed, and those fish were just stacked up laying in there. And throw that rig out, let it go all the way down, and just slow roll it back. And I'm telling you, the colder this water gets, it was 50, I'm reading 55.8, so it's about 56 degrees today. And the colder it gets, the tighter these fish are going to get, and they're not going anywhere. So, you know, once you find them, you can keep coming out and keep fishing the same school, you know, and they're just going to be following bait around, eating all winter long. So you get on those drops, and if you find them, just get that rig down in front of their face really, really slow, make it bump bottom, you know, let a lot of line out, let that thing go to the bottom and keep it on the bottom. But hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that. And my next video out is going to be part 1 of ledge fishing. So we're going to get down into the details of how I attack stuff on Kentucky Lake and some of those Tennessee river lakes that have those really good, well-defined ledges. So we're going to get into that next. So hit that subscribe. Be looking for my other videos. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.